How's it going, everybody? Adam here. Welcome back to Pokemon Freedom. Today's video is an update video. I'm just going to go through what I've sort of been trying to work on and what we're going to plan on be doing next. I haven't had a lot of time to work on this week, so that's sort of why that is. And I'm a little stuck at the moment, but anyway, get in and show you what I've redone. So we still have the normal movement, except now he has a little. This used to be sprinting before, and now if you hold if you sprint, it goes into like super speed. The animation speeds up, just around for getting faster. Good, it's useful for getting around a little bit faster. And then if you stop, you'll slow back down, and then get back into the normal speed. Get the jumping in, a little fiddly sometimes. But I've also got in a half-working Shadow Ball. Needs a little bit of tweaking at the moment. So I'll push 1 for the moment, launch it, and it'll fire off, and we get pushed back from it. That also happens if we're in the air, so if I jump, at the moment we get stay still, and then get flown backwards in the way we were facing. So that's pretty cool. It's almost where I want it to be. At the moment, if I fire it and then try and turn around, I think it might be. It's a bit better than what it was before. I was just doing constant back, so I would turn this way and then I would start going backwards that way. But that's a little better. It takes a little bit. Actually, I think it's pretty good at the moment. But I've been trying to fiddle with it for the past hour, changing code, so didn't quite realize where it was. But yeah, so that's that. Now if we go into the code, which I'm appalled to show you because it is horrid at the moment. As you can see up here in update, I've already started to try and clean it up, throwing things into their own little methods, which is just going down under here. But this is just abysmal. It's terrible. It needs some sorting out, but again, it's still work in progress. I fiddled around with, like in the Pokemon. The main ones I've been using is play input Pokemon and moves. Yeah, that's fine. That's basically what I've been working in on. Added some trigger events for later, for when like doing damage and things like that. In here we have an attack function, which we'll be able to use for any attack, whether if it's physical, it'll work differently. And then if special moves for the most part will work the same. If I just jump back into here, just open this up, and if we go into the moves for Shadow Ball at the moment, so I've got a usage force, which now I'm confused why I even called it that. I think I had it as just force before, and it was confusing me. No, I'm the one who wrote it. But that's meant to be. Okay, that makes sense now. I didn't see that before. So I changed this and then had to fix it. So this is just applying the force, and so, we've got 50 up, and then we have 33 backwards. But when you're in the air, you get more force backwards and statistic stuff with that. So if there's no need to actually have any force, these will just be left at 0 and it won't do anything. Yeah, otherwise that's all pretty much the same as you guys saw it last time. Let's go into get into what I'd like to work on next. Well, I'd like to perfect. No. I would like to get Umbreon working to probably about close to about maybe 50-ish, 75% somewhere in there working to like being a complete Pokemon in the game before we go and add anyone else. And I think we might go with flying next, because at the moment I have a rough idea of what how that's going to work. Water, on the other hand, I suppose technically it would be flying, kind of. You just have to do a check if you're in water itself. So that might be interesting, but I think flying might be the easier of the two. So we'll go with that first. After Umbreon, we'll go into doing that. and then we can start getting into like AI scripts and stuff, which more than likely will be done off screen. That's gonna be way too hard to do. Also, I was gonna jump in. The further on we get with the further this project goes along, the harder it's going to be to have consistent updates or things to show you. Like this week, this week was slow, but in the future, especially going into AI stuff, it's going to get a lot worse, a lot quicker. So, yeah, I'll probably give warnings when that actually starts happening, but in the next week or so, I don't even know what I'm talking about now. But for the next little while, we should have at least decent content coming out, at least for this. Because once I get, didn't mean to have the camera hold down, but once I get moves working 100% the way I want to, it's nearly almost a matter of copying and pasting. Like another one I've been sort of working on, it's not implemented at all, was a Dark Pulse, or one version of it, which is just the beam of going out. And then in spare times, I don't have it in this project. I didn't mean to do that. Was Flamethrower and Ember, which look pretty cool in my opinion. I mean, it's a lot similar. Well, Flamethrower is a lot similar to this, but I don't think it goes as far. It goes to about here somewhere. But yeah, that looks cool. But then again, it's like I don't need either of those until a long time. It's just the easier of the part of the effects to do, I suppose. Would you just focus on that? There we go. Went to focus where I wanted it to focus. Let's just continue, turn that off. But yeah, so unfortunately, that's pretty much it I got for today. If we just open our scripts though, so apart from getting the move, do this. So apart from the Pokemon move, what did I say the other one was? Oh, my input thing. The next system I suppose we want to work on the most would be our text system. So we might try that out either next week or the week after. And otherwise, not too sure. But anyway, that's going to have to do it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this small-ish update about what's going on, what we're going to be aiming towards next. And unfortunately this happened, was this like episode 4? No. Episode 5 or 6? I think it's 5. It's one episode longer than the other one. Might be 5 or 6. Unfortunately we can't update already this early and it's still not a lot of development done, but it's just very fiddly at the moment. Again, it's just going to get worse as it goes on. But anyway, I'm not complaining, I am enjoying this. I just haven't had that much time. But over the next 2 months, I should have a lot more time to actually work on this project, which will be awesome. Anyway guys, that will do it for today. Hope you enjoyed this little update, having a bit more of an understanding where we're going. And I hope to see you guys next week. But until then, bye!